Welcome back to the Whispers of the Dark, where our nighttime ritual series pulls you deeper into the shadows of the unknown. We've faced the cursed mirror of Black Hollow, summoned Bloody Mary in Salem's haunted bathrooms, played the deadly midnight game in Ashwood's darkened halls, opened a door to the dead with a Ouija board in Port Haven, and called Charlie Charlie in Redstone's desert schoolhouse. But tonight, we're stepping into a ritual that doesn't just invite something into our world. It takes you to theirs. It's called the elevator game. And it's played in a decaying high-rise in the heart of Detroit, Michigan. They say it opens a door to another dimension. But what's waiting on the other side might follow you back. Detroit, Michigan is a city of ghosts. Crumbling factories, abandoned homes, and a skyline that whispers of better days. In the shadow of downtown stands the Grandview Towers, a 15-story relic from the 1960s, once a luxury apartment complex, now a boarded-up husk. Locals avoid it, claiming the elevators hum at night, even though the power's been cut for years. The story goes back to 2003 when a group of urban explorers vanished inside. Their gear was found on the 10th floor, but the elevator was stuck on the 5th, its doors open to an empty shaft. Scratched into the metal was a single word: gone. Since then, the Grandview has been a magnet for thrill seekers, especially those chasing the elevator game, a ritual that promises a glimpse of another world. Most who try it come back with nothing but shaky footage. Some don't come back at all. Ellie was 19, a freshman at Wayne State University, studying film with dreams of making documentaries. She'd grown up in the suburbs, but Detroit's raw edges fascinated her, the way the city held its scars like stories. Her roommate, Sam, was a computer science major, skeptical of everything, but always up for an adventure. Then there was Jamal, Ellie's childhood friend, a graffiti artist who knew every abandoned spot in the city. Rounding out the group was Tara, a grad student in psychology, obsessed with urban legends and the human mind's response to fear. One freezing November night, with finals looming, they were procrastinating in Ellie's dorm, swapping creepy YouTube videos. Sam stumbled on a blurry clip of the elevator game, filmed in some nameless high-rise. "This is fake as hell," he said, laughing. Jamal leaned forward, his voice low. "Not in the Grandview. People don't come back from there." Tara's eyes lit up. "It's like a psychological experiment, fear messing with perception." Ellie, sensing a project for her film class, grabbed her camera. "Let's do it." One night in and out. The elevator game has precise rules, like a recipe for disaster. You need a building with at least 10 floors and an elevator you can ride alone. Enter the elevator on the first floor, then press the buttons in this order: 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5. At each floor, the doors open, but you don't step out. After the 5th floor, press 1, but the elevator will rise to the 10th instead. When the doors open, a woman might appear. Don't look at her, don't speak to her. Step out, and you're in another world, a silent, empty version of the building, where the lights flicker red and the air feels wrong. To return, you must get back to the elevator, repeat the sequence in reverse, and pray nothing follows you. Break the rules, look at the woman, speak, or lose track of the sequence, and you might never find your way back. Detroit kids added their own warning: don't play in the Grandview Towers. But Ellie and her friends were too curious to listen. The Grandview Towers loomed against the Detroit skyline, its concrete facade cracked, windows dark except for the occasional flicker, like eyes blinking. The November wind cut through their jackets as they pried open a boarded-up entrance, stepping into a lobby frozen in time. Marble floors covered in dust, a chandelier dangling like a broken spider web. The air smelled of mildew and metal. Jamal led them to the service elevator, the only one still intact. Its buttons grimy but functional. "Last chance to bail," he said, half-joking. Tara adjusted her glasses, scribbling notes for her research. "This is going to be fascinating." Sam rolled his eyes, but his hands shook. As he set up his phone to live stream, Ellie started her camera, the lens capturing the elevator's dented walls where faint scratches spelled "not here." They piled in, the doors creaking shut, the hum of the motor unnervingly loud in the silence. Ellie pressed the buttons. 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5. The elevator lurched, stopping at each floor with a groan. The doors opened to empty hallways, graffiti fading into shadows. At the 5th floor, Ellie pressed one, her heart pounding. The elevator shuddered, then rose, the numbers climbing past 1, 2, 3, to 10. The doors opened, and a cold draft swept in, carrying a faint hum, like static. No woman appeared. But the hallway beyond was wrong, too long, the walls shimmering like heat waves. Tara whispered, "This is it." Sam's live stream cut out, his phone showing static. Jamal gripped his spray can, his knuckles white. Ellie stepped out, camera rolling, the others following. The 10th floor was a mirror of the grand view, but the light glowed red, casting a sickly hue. The air was heavy, like breathing underwater, and their footsteps echoed too loudly, as if the building was listening. At first it felt like a prank. They wandered the hallway, finding doors that led to identical hallways like a maze. Ellie's camera glitched, the timestamp frozen at 3:13, and Sam tried to joke. "Maybe we're in the Matrix," but his voice cracked. Tara pointed to a window, no Detroit skyline, just a void, black and endless. "This isn't psychological," she said, her voice trembling. "This is real." Jamal sprayed a tag on the wall to mark the path, but when they turned back, the paint was gone, replaced by scratches. "See you." A low hum started, growing into a pulse like a heartbeat. Ellie's flashlight flickered, and she saw it, a shadow at the end of the hallway, tall and thin, moving closer. "Don't look," she hissed, remembering the rules. But Sam glanced up, his eyes widening. "There's a woman," he whispered. The hum stopped, and the shadow vanished, but the air grew colder, burning their lungs. They ran for the elevator, but the button panel was different. Buttons missing, some glowing red. Ellie pressed the reverse sequence, her hands shaking. 5, 10, 2, 6, 2, 4. The elevator didn't move. Jamal pounded the doors, shouting, "Come on!" Tara clutched her notebook, muttering, "We broke a rule." A voice, not theirs, not human, came from the speaker above. "Look at me." Ellie's camera caught a flicker in the corner, a woman, her face blurred, standing inches away. Sam screamed, dropping his phone, the screen cracking. The elevator jolted, dropping fast, then stopping with a screech. The doors opened to the 5th floor, but it wasn't the grand view. The hallway was pristine, like a building in its prime, but the lights flickered red and the walls pulsed like they were alive. A child's laughter echoed, followed by footsteps, too many to count. Panic took over. They sprinted through the hallway, doors slamming behind them. Ellie's camera fell, the lens capturing a glimpse of the woman, pale, eyeless, her mouth stretched too wide. Jamal grabbed a fire axe from the wall, swinging at a locked door, but the metal bent like it was rubber. Tara's notebook slipped, pages scattering, each one now scrawled with "Stay." Sam clutched his arm, blood seeping through his sleeve, claw marks appearing from nowhere. The footsteps grew closer, circling them. Ellie remembered the rules. Get back to the elevator. They found it, doors open, the panel glowing. She pressed the sequence again, tears blurring her vision. The elevator moved, but the numbers flashed randomly. 7, 3, 12, 2. The woman's voice whispered through the speaker. "You looked." The lights died, and something brushed Ellie's neck, cold and wet. When the doors opened, they were on the first floor, the real grand view. Dust and decay unchanged. Dawn was breaking, gray light filtering through the lobby. They stumbled out, gasping, but Sam was different. Quiet, his eyes glassy. Ellie's camera was fried, the footage corrupted, showing only static with a woman's face flickering through. They swore never to talk about it, but the other side didn't let go. Ellie started seeing the woman in reflections. Car windows, her laptop screen, always at 3:13 a.m. Tara's research notes rewrote themselves, pages filling with, "Look at me." Jamal's graffiti tags appeared in his apartment, scratched into the walls. Sam was the worst. He stopped sleeping, muttering about a woman who stood at the foot of his bed. One night, he took the elevator in his dorm to the 10th floor and jumped from the window. His phone, found in the wreckage, had a video, him in the elevator alone, but a shadow stood behind him, whispering, "Stay." The Grandview Tower still stands, its elevators humming in the dark. Detroit kids dare each other to play the elevator game, but few try. At night, if you stand outside, you might see the 10th floor lights flicker red, or hear the ding of an elevator that shouldn't work. So have you ever heard of the elevator game? Maybe you've ridden an elevator late at night wondering what's beyond the doors, or seen a shadow in a reflection that didn't belong. Drop your creepiest stories in the comments. I'll read the scariest one in our next Nighttime Rituals video. If you're hooked on these terrifying tales, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's next. Our next ritual will chill you to the core, so brace yourself. Until then, keep your eyes on the floor, because some doors don't close